So tell us a little bit about Paley.
Oh my God, season 2 is just bigger and better than ever. I'm very excited that Faith makes a comeback. She also makes a comeback in a way you might not have expected, like maybe a love interest. There's a twist. There's a twist with Faith.
Alright, you can't give us any more than that, right?
I mean, you just have to watch it. I mean, it's such a funny show. Why spoil it beforehand?
What is your favorite thing about conference in general?
About
conventions?
Oh, about conventions. Oh, I've got to say my favorite thing about conventions is actually getting to meet the fans. You know, you go your whole year having fans reach out to you on social media, and like you know that they're there, but when you actually get to see people face to face and meet them in person and have them say like how much they like your work, it just puts that much more meaning into what you're doing, and it just allows me to feel good about what I'm doing. So, yeah.
Now, what's your least favorite?
My least favorite thing about cons has got to be the fact that I get sick after every single one. Con crud.
I call it conflict.
Yeah. It's awful.
Do you always suffer from it? Do you have like
Almost always. Well, my ritual after San Diego Comic-Con is the Monday after. I normally just stay in bed and eat cookies all day. It seems to work. So.
Awesome! I can't wait to see your love triangle.
I know
Tell us a little bit about your show.
A show?
Kings of Con, Robbie.
Go, Rich.
New show, single camera comedy, set behind the world of fan conventions. You see, Robbie and I were both actors on Supernatural. We've done a boatload of conventions, and we realized that the real oddballs of those shows are the actors paid to be there, including ourselves. So we decided, why keep this a secret? Let's make a show. And we have, and we did, and it's out.
Yep.
Is some of it very autobiographical? Like, have you pulled in actual experiences?
There's at least one experience in each episode that's based on reality.
Yeah, it could be our experience. We might have stolen it from one of our friends, but it's something that we saw or heard about.
Yeah, we take a lot of notes at these conventions. We go, oh, this has got to be in the show. So
we're not to be trusted.
Yeah, so we look at the notes at the end of the con season and we go, all right, pick and choose.
Okay, now what's your favorite thing about conventions?
How happy people are. Very few people go to a convention and mope around the joint.
Yeah.
They're all excited to be there. They're all excited to see you. They're excited to attend all the events. I find them to be very happy places.
Yeah, it's just like one big party, you know, and with all like minds there for the same reason. So yeah, everyone's just having a blast. It's a blast for us too, as actors that are there. We love it.
And now the hard question: what's your least favorite thing about conventions?
I never get any sleep. Robbie?
Yeah, it's exhausting. It's exhausting.
Yeah, I've heard also con crud.
You know, we hear about that a lot.
We wash our hands a lot. Robbie and I are real germaphobes, so we're like all the time, so we're fine.
A couple years
healthy as horses.
A couple years ago, an interviewer was like,
Off that way.
he's got his, that's his
Bobo. I got con
It's his
crud.
con crud acting up.
It's a bit.
It's acting and scene. A couple years ago, someone said in an interview, "What about con crud?" We're like,
Con crud? They're like, do you know people are dropping like flies? I'm like, they are.
And you still went back.
Of course.
I don't believe it.
Because that's what we do.
He was an alarmist.
Well, awesome. Thank you so much for talking.
Yeah,
Thank you.
That is amazing.
Of course.
So many exciting things happening with you.
Yeah. Oh my
Can you tell
gosh.
us anything about the epic news that just came out about maybe a role that you just
Yes. I can't tell you any more than was in the article that was printed up. The press release is all I know. It's all I know, honestly, because we haven't started filming yet. So I have nothing to tell you besides I'm playing a character named Lieutenant Saru, and I am a new species of alien that the Star Trek universe has never seen before. So it'll be a whole new look, and we start filming in January-ish and go till, I don't know, maybe 6-7 months, and there's your first season. That's all I know. You can pretty much count on if they came looking for me, and it's a new alien species you've never seen before, that it might involve a lot of makeup. It might. That's all I know.
Does the amount of makeup ever get old to you?
Well,
I think the geeky answer should be never. I love it. Yeah, right. That's what I should say. So that's my official answer. But when you after a certain point, you're like, I've been here, I've done this. I've been here, I've done this. The smells and the toxic fumes and the
Early call times.
the glues and the early call times. Yeah. You might want to do something else that day, but in the end, when you see the finished product of a fantastical piece of film that's immortalized, that's what makes it all worth it. It's like, okay, that's why I got up at 5 a.m. That's why I went through 4 hours of glue and rubber on my face and body. That's why.
What's your favorite thing about conventions?
I love my favorite thing is the fan interaction. I actually love it. The people who line up at my table at any convention I've been to, and I've been doing conventions for 10 years now. So if someone lines up at that table, those are the people that have been supporting my career, buying tickets to things I'm in, tuning in when I'm on TV for the past 30 years, and I owe them a piece of my house. They helped buy that house for me. So I love that interaction. I love hugging on them. I love thanking them. So that's my favorite part.
What's your least favorite part?
Least favorite part? Okay. I love doing panels when it's just me doing the panel. Sometimes if you get a moderator who's like a funny local DJ in that city, and he wants to showcase himself, and you're trying to fight for airtime with them during your own panel, there you go. That might be it. That might be it. I don't know.
I got it.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for talking with us.
Thank you.
So, what's so awesome about Con Man that brought you to the con? What about Con Man that you brought you here?
Everybody looks at Con Man as how it's a story about the geek culture and what happens in between conventions. But if you really look at the heart of the story, it's an everyman story. Anybody can be disenfranchised about what they're doing, and the grass is always greener on the other side. And Ray Nearly, despite all the love he gets from this crazy world and all these fans, he thinks that it's not enough. He needs to be in some other world. He needs to be a legitimate actor, and he doesn't appreciate what's in front of him. That happens when you're an accountant, a plumber, I don't care what you are. That's the kind of feeling that everybody can have, and Ray Nearly experiences that, and he doesn't appreciate the love that he gets from this world, and he fucks up a lot, and when he does, he pays for it. He pays for it times 10.
My last question is, really resonates.
Yes, and it's a show about conventions, but it's really a show about all of us.
So speaking of conventions, what's your favorite part of conventions?
Oh, going home? No.
And that's your answer.
For us, conventions are a lot of work. It's press, it's at the booth, it's managing it. There was one time I was doing San Diego Comic-Con, and I was years ago, and I was at one of those artist alley things, and I was with another artist, and we snuck in 12-pack of beer at 9 in the morning. I think by 12 o'clock we were flying. By 2 o'clock we were in the hangover stage, and we still had to go to 9 o'clock. So you really have to put your working shoes on when you do a con, and you cannot start drinking at 9 o'clock in the morning. That's my answer, and I stick by it.
Legitimate. What's your least favorite thing about cons?
My least favorite thing about cons? There's nothing. I love cons. I go to cons all the time. Whenever there's a con, I'll go to it. You know what my least favorite thing about cons is? Wearing the wrong shoes.
All right. Important.
Yes.
I'm learning.
Shoes are extremely important.
Thank you so much for talking with us.
Thank you.
Awesome. So you're talking about pop culture vibes. What is your favorite pop culture vibe? You haven't found yet.
There was a book called Seduction of the Innocent by Dr. Frederick Werthen. It came out in the 50s, and it demonized comic books, and it's a very famous book. And I have a signed copy with his, he says to so-and-so, a regular Wonder Woman when it comes to stenography. And so many of the comic book companies threatened to sue him for listing their information that they went in and they razored out by hand the last 4 or 5 pages that listed all these companies, and I have a copy without those excised. So it's a really great find for me. For a lot of people, they wouldn't even care, but I knew what it was, and I knew how valuable it was, so I was thrilled to find it.
Well, and that's the kind of stuff you're going to learn on the show?
Hopefully, but like I say, it's mostly for fun. We'll try and keep the educational level to a minimum. I promise you won't really learn anything of substance. All right?
So much.
Thank you.
I have 2 fun questions.
Okay.
What is your favorite thing about conventions?
That I get to be a rock star for a weekend before I have to go back to real life.
All right.
It's true.
What's your least favorite thing about conventions?
The after-con drag. It's very highly anticipated. It's adrenaline-filled. It's very exciting. A lot of high energy. And then when it's done, there's a bit of an after-con crash. It's always kind of a lump in your week.
All right. Well, thank you so much for talking with us.